He said I mocked his prophet after I called Muhammad from the Quran a pedophile. I already know that's going to strike lots of backlash, but if we read it here, it literally states Aisha herself said she was married when she was 6 years old. Blocked me and went off on his own way. I forgot about him, but recently, now he began to spill out to other people saying that I was mocking the prophet, when I was really just informing. I don't know what he thought, but to put this out there, I dislike Islam, not Muslims. I found out Combs was doing that since me and my friend Ernie called per usual, and Ernie told me how he was messaging him about this, despite your book literally supporting what I said. How funny, my guy. Even crazier is that later in the conversation, he admits that Muhammad was indeed a pedophile. So then, why are you defending him? You said that Muhammad wasn't one, and now you're saying he is? Say peace be on this guy. Now, personally, I don't know about you, but I don't think there's any peace with a guy that wanted to throw sand in the mouths of crying women, beheading large groups of people, or kept women as sex slaves. We also can't forget how it's permissible in Islam to strike a woman, and some Islamic scholars claim in a gentle manner. But other texts have cited otherwise, and how a woman was beaten so badly her skin turned green. things are much more different. Jesus Christ did not beat people. Jesus Christ did not execute people. Jesus Christ did not have slaves, and most of his moral values were around true forgiveness, kindness, and equality. Which, matter of fact, regarding equality, women in Islam are given many less rights compared to the men. You tell me, who seems to be more peaceful, Muhammad or Jesus? Just to add on, Jesus died on the cross for our sins and rose again. That's genuine sacrifice if I've ever seen it. In Islamic countries, you have women being killed for simply not wearing hijabs, which according to Comms Guy is not obligated in Islam, but then soon after he claims it is. My guy can't even pick a side. What's worse is that he says the little ones have to do so they aren't viewed sexually. But why would a 6-year-old be viewed that way? That's just disgusting. As for someone who claims that maturity for a 6-year-old back then is different from what it is now. My guy, that is a child. My friend Neo did not take that well, and for good reason, honestly. I can really go on and on with this. Ernie kept questioning Comms and all of his opinions and such, and since classic old Comms Guy got butthurt, He tries to make a comment, which in my opinion sounds as if he's threatening Ernie. Yeah, very peaceful, guys, especially for a religion that has lots of... Yeah. To be real, I am not saying Christianity doesn't have its issues too. There have been many allegations of grooming within the church, and many more issues arise. But I think Christianity is different for a reason. My reason is that in Islamic culture, child marriage is normalized, and I've even heard some Islamic texts talk about the executions of those who aren't Islamic, which is sort of already supported by the extremist organizations I showed earlier. Overall, it's just an entire shit show for comms right now. I know I have Islamic viewers, but truth is truth. Last thing before we head off, because I feel as if it needs to be talked about. One of Comm's guy's defenses was that Mary and Joseph from the Bible were 12 and 90 when married, which, may I remind you, is very wrong. Joseph's age wasn't exactly known, but it could have ranged from 16 to 30, which still, yeah, I don't exactly agree with, but it's better than a 6-year-old and a 50-year-old. Still though, Joseph's age during marriage with Mary is unknown, so you can take your guesses. A last thing I want to add as a part of this video is how Comm's guy takes verses from the Bible out of context. For example, Numbers, which I don't know how he was trying to negatively interpret the verse, but you need context to understand it. As I showed here, this thoroughly explains it. Context, Comm's guy. Context. You got the Euphrates River drying up like it said it would be in the Bible. You also still have the Rock of Horeb which Moses struck and still to this day has water erosion. You also got the moon turning to hematite, which in Greek is blood, and the Bible literally says the moon will turn to blood in the end days. I could really go on and on. But yeah, this entire video was made mainly because apparently I guess I'm some enemy of Islam now according to Comm's guy. If there are any Muslims still watching who aren't wanting to pitchfork my ass, thank you for not being a snowflake. I also have linked a video in the description, which is a short edit correlating to the issues of Islam, if you want to see it.